Hello. So welcome to this training on everything you need to know about buying pre-construction properties in Calgary, Alberta. So my name is Joshua.l.clark. I'm one of the co-founders here at New Homes Alberta. I'm also with eXp Realty and one of the co-founders of Icons Global Network. Okay, so let's take a look at what we're going to cover here. The first thing is, why should you buy pre-construction? The second is understanding the Calgary real estate market. The third is, how do you actually identify a good pre-construction investment? The fourth is, what is the pre-construction purchasing process? And then finally, for everyone who stays till the very end, we're going to do a bonus and we're going to actually give away one of our top pre-construction projects to buy today. So this is something that our team has vetted and that we're very bullish on, we're very excited about. So before we dive into that, I just want to start by saying, who is New Homes Alberta? What credentials do we have to be telling you this information about buying pre-construction properties in Calgary, Alberta? So I want to start by saying we are more than just real estate agents, and this is something we really pride ourselves on. So here's myself, Joshua.l.clark. I'm a realtor, as well as the co-founder of New Homes Alberta and the head of marketing for our company. So in 2021, I founded an international real estate marketing agency and have actually sold millions of dollars worth of real estate worldwide in many different countries. So Joel Johnson, he is also a realtor. He's a co-founder of New Homes Alberta as well, and he's head of sales. So Joel is actually part of the third highest producing team at eXp Realty in Canada, and their team sold over $192 million in sales volume, primarily in pre-construction. So their team sold over 900 pre-construction units in 1 year, so extremely well-versed in the pre-construction space. Next, we have Mike Hale. So he's a realtor and former CPA and finance director for us at New Homes Alberta. So Mike spent half a decade working as a CPA for the government of Canada. He learned the ins and outs of finances and can provide exceptional insights for all our clients in terms of taxes and finances and that kind of thing. Then we have Lee Middleton, who's a realtor as well and head of investment strategy. So Lee is also a chartered investment manager and focuses on providing economic insights for real estate investors and home buyers. Okay, so diverse team. We come from very different backgrounds. Joel also used to be an engineer before he became a real estate agent. So the services that we provide are also unique. So we start by providing all our clients with omni-channel marketing. So we pride ourselves on having some of the top real estate marketers in the entire industry. Our objective from this is to sell your home fast, sell your home at the highest price point, create a bidding frenzy for your property, and drive thousands of eyes to your project and property. So if you're looking to sell your home, that is something that we can do in-house at no cost to you as well, is provide those additional marketing services. Next, we have in-house videography. So for sellers and builders, we provide lifestyle videos, community highlight videos, drone and aerial photography, property and virtual tours. We provide full service real estate solutions. So there's so much more that goes into real estate transactions. So what we provide is dedicated support, comprehensive market analysis, specialized knowledge, and lifetime support as well. So the transaction and the relationship lives far beyond just the handing over of the keys. Finally, concierge services. So we want to make the buying and selling process seamless. So with that, we offer relocation assistance, investment programs, upkeep, and maintenance packages. So we try and bring everything in-house and we try and provide the perfect hands-free packages for everyone that we work with. So finally, some past and current products we've marketed and sold. So Tortuga Bay in Los Cabos. So these are $50 million luxury villas that we're actually currently selling in Los Cabos. We have Q Towers development, 60-story mixed-use development we're selling in Ontario, the Cove St. George, Utah, Desert Oasis condominiums, Varsity 1 Kelowna, BC, Downtown High Rise in Kelowna, Baybel, Tulum, Mexico, so bespoke luxury condos, and Pickering City Center master plan community is what we were selling last year. So yes, this is New Homes Alberta, and we do focus on selling in Alberta. These are just some additional projects that we've marketed and promoted that are very unique. So just to show the quality of the projects that we've been selling in the last couple of years, while most of our focus is here in Alberta on pre-construction. So enough about who we are and what we've done. Let's get into the actual material here. So why buy pre-construction? So what are the advantages to buying pre-construction properties? So the first thing is you got to purchase at today's market value. So with pre-construction investing, you lock in the price of your property at today's market value. So while some builders do include market appreciation into their pricing, comparing that to the current price of pre-construction versus resale properties in Calgary, we're actually seeing that pre-construction units are often cheaper than the resale properties. This may be due to the challenges that buyers are having finding new build developments. Okay, so if the possession date for your pre-construction project is in 2028, you're locking in at today's market value. So even if the market goes up a ton by the time 2028 comes, you have already appreciated and you've already gained that much value on your investment. Now, of course, there is the risk that the market will go down. However, that's why I've added in here the historical trend of Calgary home prices. So we can take a look back in January 2006. January 2006. So Calgary home prices have fluctuated over the past 19 years, yet they've shown healthy appreciation with cumulative annual growth rate of 5.3% from January 2005 until January 2024. So while it has fluctuated at times, the overall trend is still increasing at a 5.3% CAGR over time. So the second benefit to pre-construction is you can pay your down payment over time. So with pre-construction properties, you can make your payments over longer periods of time. This can help investors manage their money better. Here's an example of a typical deposit structure for a pre-construction property. Say there's 5% with the offer or 10%, whatever it is, upfront, and then 5% 30 days later, 5% in 90 days, 5% in 180 days, and then the other 5% at occupancy. So this can really help someone who wants to manage their cash flow and pay those payments over time. So the third is incentives and early advantages. This is a huge thing about pre-construction, why it's really attractive to a lot of investors. So there's some obvious advantages to buying pre-construction versus resale, such as first pricing. So paying for the first and the lowest price, the earlier you get in, the better the incentives typically are. That's why it's very important to stay ahead of these products that are coming. So that's what we at New Homes Alberta really pride ourselves on, is knowing the incentives, knowing the benefits, and finding these projects as soon as they are being built, essentially, even before they're being built. So the second is first appreciation. So appreciation right from the beginning. Again, the earlier, the more it's going to appreciate. You also choose units based on a first come, first serve basis. You also get to choose the layout of the floor plan, floor level, and views that best fit your needs. And builders also have different incentives, such as rental guarantees, furniture packages, and free assignment, a lot more, right? So it can go on depending on the builder. So the fourth thing is there's no bidding wars against other buyers. So Calgary is currently a massive seller's market and is projected to stay this way for the span of 2024. Pre-construction may be the key to purchasing your property unopposed and without having to pay more than the market value. So you get in at the price that the builders have. You're not bidding against other people. It's not on the MLS, usually not on the MLS. Sometimes it is, but harder to find these properties. Therefore, no bidding war against other buyers. And the fifth is you can customize your house to your needs. So one of the best parts about new builds is the customization portion. You can design the house to your liking, tailoring the details to fit your needs and preferences. Of course, the amount of customization will vary from builder to builder, but again, the earlier you are and depending on the builder, you get to customize it usually as much as you want. So the next thing we're going to talk about is understanding the Calgary real estate market. So these are things that you should know before investing in Calgary pre-construction or resale for that matter. So the first thing is, what are the top communities in Calgary? Communities play a massive role in how your investment is going to do and the quality of the property that you're buying. So Calgary tends to work its way from west to east in terms of price point. So as you can see, west is over here, has an average price of $702,000 per property here. So northwest, $641,000. City center is in the middle here, so $598,000. Then it goes southeast, which is some beautiful communities down in the southeast at $574,000. The southwest is also very beautiful. Some really nice areas down here too. $566,000. North, right here, $562,000. Northeast is $503,000, and east is $423,000. Okay, so there are some things to be aware of when investing in Calgary. Knowing the community, knowing the safety of the community, knowing what is coming, future developments is all very, very important. And we're going to discuss that a little bit more down the road here. So which areas and parts of the city make for the best investment? We know the price point, but what is the benchmark house price and the 3-month change that we're seeing between the different communities? So these are just for the houses here, right? So Calgary West, 915,000, 3%, 3-month change. However, as you can see here, Calgary East is now gone up 6.3%. So they're actually making a lot of investment into Calgary East. So East Village, for example, has a ton of investment coming to that area. And while it has a bad reputation in the past for being not as safe, it's really on the up and coming. Okay, so looking for these sweet spots, paying attention to what is actually growing in value can be a really smart thing when you are looking to buy pre-construction. Okay. So next, let's look at some future developments that are coming to Calgary. So why invest in Calgary long-term? Well, there are some incredible future developments that are coming within 2024. Over $1 billion of infrastructure has actually been committed already. First of all, the culture and entertainment district is going to be huge. That's a $600 million in-city building and infrastructure to date has been invested in this new area. It's supposed to bring more culture and, of course, a lot more entertainment to Calgary. So this is near the downtown core. Lots of exciting things happening here. The new event center. So the new event center will sit on 10 acres with a 18,000 seat arena that replaces the Saddle Dome. So this is the NHL. Hockey rink is coming, an event center that they can actually host large scale concerts. So a lot more will be coming to Calgary because of this. Right now, the Saddle Dome is one of the worst arenas and stadiums for events, which is why a lot of shows don't actually come here. This will be really good for the economy. It'll also have an indoor and outdoor community plaza, an attached parkade, and future development site. So here's kind of an overview of what is coming just from these developments here. So 6th Street Underpass, there's the event center, future hotel site, Stampede Station rebuild. So they're rebuilding the Stampede Station, and a lot more coming in this area. That's gonna be really exciting and good for the city. Okay, so the other thing I want to look at is traditionally it was just oil and gas that supported the Calgary economy. However, now we're seeing a big trend in towards the tech sector. So some companies that have actually moved to Calgary or expanding in Calgary are Amazon. So Amazon Fulfillment Center. Amazon opens first Canadian fulfillment center in Calgary. So this was huge for Calgary. So RBC Innovation Hub, Calgary Innovation Lab will create 300 meaningful technology roles over the next 3 years. So this actually came in 2021, but just showing the massive innovation companies and tech companies that are coming to Calgary. Unity Labs. So if you've heard of Pokemon Go, that was Unity Labs. So they are a tech giant that actually has moved to Calgary as well. And then Emphasis is, Calgary will be Emphasis' first Canadian headquarters, which is expected to bring between 500 and 1,000 tech-related jobs to the city. So lots of big companies coming, and there's plenty more. Just wanted to keep this short, hammer home the point that tech is booming in Calgary. Okay, but why are these tech giants moving to Calgary, and why is this important? Why am I talking about this and including this in this presentation here? So the tech sector is booming in Calgary. Here's why. Fleeing high taxes. So Alberta has the lowest corporate tax rate in Canada. It has the lowest land transfer tax and development charges. It used to be no land transfer tax. However, they just added a small fee for that, still much smaller than the other provinces in Canada. And there's no provincial sales tax. Second, there's a low cost of living. So Alberta has the second lowest cost of living in the major Canadian cities and 9th in North America. There's also minimal red tape in Alberta for building and for investing and that kind of thing. So the government regulations, there's no rent control. This is huge. There's also $175 million committed to Alberta Enterprise Corp for innovation. Now let's look at some of the advantages that investing in Calgary has over other cities. So why are buyers flocking to Alberta instead of other major cities? Again, first of all, no rent control. Second, there's no foreigner buyer tax. Third, there's minimal land transfer tax. Again, this just changed recently. Fourth, there's no provincial sales tax. Fifth, no development charges. And sixth, there's $10 billion stimulus package, including lower corporate tax that was just released in Alberta. Identifying a good pre-construction investment. Now that you understand a little bit more about the Calgary market, let's look at what makes a good pre-construction investment. So what do we look for in terms of qualifying a project and considering a good investment? The first thing is rentability. So being able to generate short-term income and rent your property is essential. If you want to either hold on to it and then sell it right away, or if you want to earn cash flow afterwards and rent it out, regardless, if there's a high rentability, you can either sell it way easier or you can make a lot more cash flow. Second is the projected growth of the market. Are you buying in a place that has a high potential to increase in value? Are there future developments coming? What is happening in the specific community that you are looking to buy in? Third is the community score. So what is in the area? Are there schools, hospitals, grocery stores? How safe is the community and what are the amenities in this community? The fourth is the walkability score. How walkable is everything? Is there transit nearby? Fifth is what is the builder reputation and what is the product? Does the builder produce a high quality product and are they easy to work with a good track record? What projects have they built in the past? This is very important as well. Let's take a quick look at some of the current opportunities that are in the city. So what is available in the Calgary new build market right now? So currently there are suburban condos in the $350,000 range that have 2-year rental guarantees and 10% deposits closing in 2027. So you can get some nice suburban condos with rental guarantees, low price point, and 10% deposits. There's also downtown condos from the high 300s with 2-year rental guarantees, 2-year property management, and more. So a lot of really good incentives right now in the downtown condos that are coming to Calgary. There's 3+ bedroom townhomes starting in the $450,000 range with 10% deposits and early incentives with no condo fees also. So that's a huge one. It's very difficult to find townhomes that don't have condo fees that are new builds or pre-construction. They do exist. Also, if you look out of the city limits, such as Airdrie, there's some really good townhomes coming in Airdrie and the surrounding areas as well. They're in up and coming areas that we can definitely discuss if you are interested in that. There's also freehold single-family homes in the mid-500s with 15% deposits and closing in 2025. So there's some really strong freehold single-family homes that have not overly high deposits, closing in 2025, good price point. Of course, single-family homes are more expensive, but can be very good investments as well. Now, let's take a look at what the actual purchasing process is like for pre-construction. So what is the process of buying pre-construction? Step 1, project access. Step 2, you reserve a unit. Step 3 is you sign the purchase agreement. Step 4 is there's a 10-day condition period or a 10-day cooling period. Step 5 is you firm the deal so the deal is closed. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through these steps one by one just so you fully understand what it's like buying pre-construction in Calgary and Alberta. First of all, project access. Perhaps one of the most important aspects of the process is selecting the right project. This will involve consultations with our team to make sure that we find the perfect fit for you. So the different types of projects that we have access to include condo apartments, condo townhomes, freehold townhomes, semi-detached homes, and detached homes. Once you've chosen the ideal project, we will narrow down your selection for the best unit. This will include an area analysis, floor plan consult, price analysis, and discussion of how the project will fit with your budget. Okay, so it's very difficult to find all the different pre-construction projects that are out there on the market, which is why someone like New Homes Alberta is very effective and can really help you in that buying process. You want to look at all the options and you don't want to have to find every single builder, call every builder, keep up to date with inventory. Let our team do that. That's what we're good at. That's what we do full time. So the second step is reserve a unit. Once the project and unit is selected, we'll proceed with reserving the unit by submitting a worksheet or offer to the builder. So the information needed when reserving a unit will include the following: your name, email, phone number, a copy of ID, so your driver's license or passport, your employer, and what your occupation is. So depending on the builder, there may be a fee associated with reserving the unit before signing the agreement to purchase. So some builders have a $500 fee, some have $1,000, just kind of a reservation fee to hold your spot. Our team will guide you through the process and make sure all your questions are answered. Deposits. So the deposit structure per builder is going to vary, but we'll ensure that you are aware of all the deposit parts of your purchase. The typical deposit structure will be 5 to 10% on signing with a pre-approved letter required. So we're going to work with you to ensure that you get the lowest amount of money down or extend the deposit structure as long as possible. So that's something that you want to, depending on what your needs are, if you want to pay more upfront or if you want to extend that deposit structure, totally doable. Let us know. We can help work with the builder on that. Then the purchase agreement. So once you receive your unit allocation and confirm you want to move forward with the purchase of your new home, it is time to sign the paperwork. This can be done in person at the builder's sales office or in most cases today via electronic signature. So if you do live out of Calgary, no problem. You don't have to actually fly here to sign the paperwork. You can do it online. That works in 2024, which is great. So each builder will have their own steps and our team will be able to assist you through the entire process. So at the time of signing, you'll also need to submit or show proof of your initial deposit in the form of a bank draft. Some builders may allow for a later deposit, so we're going to work with you to meet all necessary deadlines. I also want to go back quickly. This is very important that you're meeting deadlines, okay? Some builders have gotten or are kind of going through lawsuits at the moment about not being flexible on these payments, okay? So sometimes they keep the down payment if people don't make their payments on time, which is why it's very important to know the builder's track record, how they like to do business, and that's something that we're going to definitely help you with and make sure that you're meeting your deadlines as well. Then there's the 10-day recession. So once you sign the agreement, you will have 10 calendar day cooling off period. So the builder is required to give you this time period to review your agreement and purchase decision. So you want to make sure that you are in the right state of mind, that you haven't changed your mind. You have 10 days to think on your signing. So we recommend that during this period, you do the following. 1, have a lawyer review your agreement. So a lawyer will read through the agreement and highlight any issues that may be of concern. 2 is get pre-approved by a mortgage broker. If there are any problems within the 10 days, you'll be able to cancel the agreement with no penalty. Make sure that you have your mortgage approved as early as possible. So that brings us to the next step, the mortgage pre-approval. So in purchasing a new home, a mortgage pre-approval is a requirement in most to all cases in order to purchase. It is important to start this process as soon as possible. This is the first step when choosing to purchase a new home, even if you do not plan on getting a mortgage. The mortgage pre-approval provides the builder with current snapshot of your finances from a third party, and it instills trust and confidence from that builder that you're actually going to be able to make the payments, especially since they do have time frames in which you make those deposits. So going through this process before making a purchase will provide you with a budget and price point that you're comfortable with. And our team works with local mortgage brokers that will be able to assist you with this step. We also have mortgage brokers that we work with that specialize in relocation, that are licensed in multiple provinces, such as Ontario, such as British Columbia. So we do have that in-house, of course, to help you. Now, the next step is firm deal. So this, providing that you're satisfied with the agreement and have completed the initial deposit, the deal will go firm on the 11th day. So the next steps will be to complete any remaining deposits on time and pick the upgrades for your unit. Picking upgrades are usually completed after construction has commenced. These upgrade choices are made through the builder and will be done at the builder's design center or virtually. Our team is always available for any insight into what upgrades should or shouldn't be purchased.